I could put you in the brig for what you've done, but I won't do it.
Talking Dicks Comedy Podcast, the spin-off podcast from the web series The Two Dicks. I'm Al Ducharme in Studio City, California. We have Al Romas in Tampa, and we have a special guest today. And Al, who is that special guest?
Yes, we're continuing our series of hilarious white men. And we have an old friend who should be familiar to anyone. If you have a phone or computer, you've seen this guy. He's our buddy. He's a great comedian. Vic Dibitetto is here.
All right, Vic, welcome.
Thank you. My pleasure. Thank you for having me, guys.
Absolutely. I know you're super busy.
Great to see you.
And you came on this show, so we have to send you a check, I guess. I don't know. Something.
Yeah. The last time I saw Vic, and it's been years. How long? What would you say, Vic? 20 years? Could it be 20?
At least 20 years.
Wow.
Isn't that unbelievable? God, we look great though. Look at us. We look good. You know, I mean, it's not bad. But you were gonna move to Tampa, or you did. I remember talking to you. We were in New Jersey, maybe Rascals. You were moving to Florida. I remember the family, but somewhere near Tampa.
Yep.
And I don't know how long you did, and it didn't last that long, right? You moved back fairly soon. And I was at Side Splitters, which was the only comedy club in Tampa. And you had just left. You had just, I think, moved back to New York. And I heard this great story how you were working there, and you went into the club. You're wearing shorts because you were going to perform. It's Florida. What the hell? You wear shorts. And the owner, who was a piece of shit at the time, the guy who owned the club, he freaked out, didn't want a headliner in shorts, sent you across the street to a Walmart or something, and to make you buy a pair of pants to come back and do the show. Now, is that it? Can you confirm that story? I never confirmed it. I love it. I love the idea of the headliner shopping for pants with an hour to go before or while the middle act's on. Is all of that true?
Half of it is true. I didn't go buy a pair of pants. I didn't buy a pair of pants. I told him to go fuck himself, and I went home. I was coming from the emergency room. My daughter had to go to nothing serious, but I went right from the hospital. And like you said, it's Florida. Are you kidding me?
Right.
Fast forward,
and that's what everyone.
And we were having drinks together, and then I did the improv, and now I'm going to be doing the Hard Rock. So fuck him and fuck that club.
Excellent. Yes, and now everyone in there, every other headliner wears shorts. I mean, it's 100 degrees outside, and why not?
So,
who cares?
So Vic is a trailblazer.
But,
you broke down that boundary, and you made it easier for the comics coming in, and we got to thank you for that. We have to remember that.
No problem. And if they need a sound system, like I supply sound system.
That is true. We were talking about that off air. We were doing a gig out, I think it was Long Island. You and I had done a few of the satellite gigs outside of New York City over the years, and we went to this one place. I think it was like a restaurant, and they had a function room next door, but the sound system was horrendous. And you and I was splitting the bill there, and you said, "Hey, I have a PA system in my car. I'll just for this reason is to save the show," and you did.
And long pants.
And you had pants on, and you saved the show. You brought the sound system in. You hooked
That's
it all
pro.
up. It was like boom. And thank you for that. I think I thanked you profusely that night, but I'm thanking you again.
Oh, that sounds like a classic Bobby Gonzo gig.
Yeah, it probably was. It probably was.
Yeah. Now it's another one though. A lot of guys now have, especially during the pandemic, where it's like a lot of people, going back to the beginning again. People have sound systems because you don't know what you're doing these outdoor shows or whatever. I mean, have you done, Vic? What has your pandemic schedule been like? Have you done these kind of outdoor things, drive-ins, or have you just said, fuck it, I'll wait it out? Or what have you been doing?
I've done a couple of outdoor. They weren't bad, when the weather is nice. Mm-hmm. But what are you going to do in February? The audience is going to be in igloos. So then I did a couple of these virtual shows, which the first two were good because of limited platform. I sold it out 300 people. But then like the third one and the fourth one, you need a live audience, You saw I went through clicking on here to get you guys on this thing. It's a whole, I would stress out trying to do the clip. And then you get on, you see everybody's faces. Nobody can hear one another. by the time my set starts, now people don't realize they're watching from their homes. So one night I'm doing my show, you hear somebody, "Hey, Carol, get me a glass." They don't realize, and it throws you off. And my act, I scream. I'm annoying my wife. She's upstairs. The cat is flipping out. The only good thing is after the show, you take a shower, you go to bed. There's no driving.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that,
right.
I don't want to do another Zoom show at all. Horrible.
But you've been out. You also went down to Florida. And you did some live shows with Dice Clay recently.
Yeah, we sold it out to Boca Black Box and Boca Raton. Dice. This is surreal, man. I started with Dice 35 years ago at Pips, in Sheepshead Bay, Brooklyn. We weren't buddies. It was hello, goodbye. Hey, we met in the hallways. How you doing? He got together with the owner, Randy Singer. He wanted to do a show with me. And here I am doing a show, and we're in a TV show called Gravesend that's going to be on Amazon Prime.
Oh, cool.
And I'm doing a whole thing with him now, and we're going to do another one in Pennsylvania. We're just testing the waters because we sold it out in 24 hours. I don't know where this is going. I take it a day. My fans are going, "Why don't you go on a tour?" Doing this a long time, you like to take it a step at a time. Right now, we're having fun. I don't know where it's going. But just the fact that I started with Dice at Pips.
Mm-hmm. That's amazing.
I grew up in a neighborhood called Gravesend, which is the name of this show. It's just,
oh, wow.
Life is good.
Really? I haven't seen the show. I've seen it advertised. So you and Dice, is that season 2 or were you, because I think season 1 had aired.
No, season 1 is on now. Season 1 is like the pilot. Mm-hmm. We're in season 2. It's me, Dice, Armand Asante.
Wow.
William Forsythe and Leo Rossi.
Wow, heavy hitters.
It's
nice.
And I got a regular part, unless I don't know if I'm gonna get whacked. But right now I got a nice part. I was in Miami for 2 weeks. We're gonna be filming in Brooklyn in July and August. Like I said.
Excellent.
And then I sold out the Hard Rock Casino in Atlantic City, and this isn't bad during a pandemic. I can't complain. There's a lot of guys that are hurting now.
Well, I wasn't kidding when I said we're lucky to get you on because you are busy, both doing stand-up and the series now. That's fantastic.
Well, plus my manager, when this thing hit, I had the Count Basie Theater was sold out, the Borgata was sold out, and then the pandemic hit. I had to buy a whole thing of whiteout. I had to white out my whole count. My manager.
I had to buy a gallon of whiteout.
It's like a chess game. Everything is postponed, pushed back. And then you get people, "How come you're not coming in?" Do you realize what's going on out there? There's a pandemic. Things are getting switched and postponed. But I'm booked already into 2022.
Fantastic. Good. Well, let's back up a little bit because...
let's go back a little. Yeah, let's go back where you're a comic.
We're going to go...
Doing clubs.
We're going to go with Bread and Milk, and that's where
we got to hear the story.
We got to go for it. Al, set him up. Tell the audience a little bit.
It's one of those stories where it's pretty, it's an incredible story of a guy you were driving, at the time I remember when you had a garbage truck business, and then I think I could be wrong again, I thought you were driving a school bus. Is this correct, Vic? You're driving a school bus at the time?
I've done it all. Garbage truck, dump truck, cement truck, school bus.
School bus.
I drove my garbage truck to Dangerfield, and I told Tony DeFranco, I said, "If I pick up your garbage, can you give me stage time?" And that's how it started. I went on stage, sit my ass, back in the truck. I'm honking a horn. As I'm leaving, the audience is waving at me.
That's great.
As far as the videos, I'm doing these videos since 2009. I got over 8,000 videos. But Bread and Milk was the first one that happened to go viral. Mm-hmm. I opened the door. I saw a snowflake. And I thought what everybody else in the Northeast thinks. When they see a snowflake, it's like the apocalypse. Everybody's going to flip out. I put the camera on. 26 seconds from my house to the car got me more recognition than 30 years of stand-up.
It's unreal.
Isn't that great, though? That this social media platform that you kind of saying, like, it's not my thing, is actually become your catapult into your level of fame. You got a huge following. You got a huge presence on social media. That's phenomenal.
Exactly. I was tired of waiting for the break. Here I am in my mid-50s. I'm like, you know what? Let me give this thing a shot. The thing is, I posted every day at the same time, and people got used to it. And then I learned if you make it 3 minutes, you can monetize it. So now I get paid. You know? And that really got me through the pandemic. You know, all my live performances were canceled. but I get paid from YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook.
Wow. Okay, so streams of revenue coming in.
And that was a long time ago. I mean, that was, people were on YouTube, but it wasn't anything like today.
Right.
So when you posted that, you just put it up there, and then did it just kind of snowball, if you will, and just kind of be like, hey, what the fuck? I'm getting views, and I would start to hit a little.
There's no formula. I almost deleted it. I thought it was stupid.
Wow.
Out of all the videos I thought would go viral, that was the last one I think would go viral.
Right.
It went viral in 2 days. It was phenomenal. It was every winter.
And
it's still
now, you get
on YouTube,
a new audience.
Just on YouTube. But every winter it goes up. It's amazing.
Especially when there's a snowstorm.
Well, it's a perennial.
Yeah, a perennial.
Yeah, it's a perennial forever.
Yeah.
I mean, really, it should just go forever. There's always going to be new people going to YouTube in the winter, seeing it, and growing that crowd. And then you went to when did the car start happening? Because I noticed you're in the car all the time. You're ranting, you're raving in the car.
So he doesn't disturb his wife and his cat.
Was that just something that happened?
No, that's TikTok Vic. That's the thing is, bread and milk is just a drop in a bucket. If you put all my videos combined all together, I mean, I did Message to the Government when the pandemic started. That hit 30 million views just on Facebook. But it goes on other pages. People share it. The cross-pollination. All my videos all put together. Millions of views. And TikTok, the reason why I did it in my car, because I can't scream in a house, and my wife will have a fit. The cat would flip out. Then I made those TikTok Vics. I do the Yankee manager. I do a character called Tony
I love
Gaga.
those.
I do Tony Gaga.
Right.
Kevin James saw that. Put me in Mall Cop 2. I mean, it's just incredible. I got all these characters, but I post every day at the same time. And, here I am, this 55-year-old guy. I'm 60 now, using the social media, and it's been a godsend.
Fantastic! It's a great story.
Yeah. And it's funny how it's funny how people share those things. Where I was at Visani's, I don't know, a year ago, and people who were after my show, they were asking me if I knew you, because they didn't even realize you were a comic. They were sharing that government rant.
Yep.
And they were sharing, going, do you know this guy? Is he? And I go, yeah, it's Vic, of course. And they go, who is he? And it's like, the guy's been around forever. They didn't even know you were a comic. You know what I'm saying? I go, he's probably here. Go check the schedule. He's probably coming up here at some point. And but they were just sharing it as a funny video.
People are lazy. They don't research. They think I'm
Right.
this angry Italian guy from New York who spits and screams. They don't see the other part of it. It's just amazing. Then when I go do my stand-up, they're expecting me to do the videos. It's two different things. Right. I can't do the videos. It's two different animals.
Well, I like the coffee ones as well. Your coffee videos. Coffee! When you had all the coffee makers lined up on the counter. I saw it so many times. It floored me. I want to say that I a couple of years ago, because that's a couple of years old now, right? A couple of years ago.
Yeah.
Yes. I think I shared it on our little page that we have. It's called Coffee Shots. I think I put it on the link on there. Yeah. So you probably got about 12 more views right there.
Well, I got that one because coffee in my family was a big production. Every time it was ready for coffee, my mother would walk around with the Farberware pot, still with the extension cord. Who wants coffee? What do you want, black or brown? You want espresso? And so I just took it to the next. That's what comics do. We take it to the next level.
I think it's brilliant, genius on its own thing, its own little world. So there you go. Bread and milk is different.
Now I got a coffee.
And you have some coffee, don't you?
You
got a coffee line, right? Yeah.
Yeah. I got the K-cups, too.
Oh, do you? Yeah, you got the K-cups? Oh, cool. That's great. He's going to go get it right now.
That's great.
What's going on behind you? There's 3 doors. Oh, there's the K-cup. Look at that. Coffee.
Oh,
C-A-W-F-E-E.
You want door number 1, door number 2, or door number 3? Carol Merrill is here.
Carol Merrill. I just said that last night to my wife.
Wow.
I said, did you know who Carol Merrill was? She's younger. She's like, no, I have no idea who you're talking about. Did you date her?
Yeah, no one.
Well, she was like the Vanna White of our time.
Right. That's great.
Right. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So the coffee cups.
Yeah, she was hot.
We got to send you. We got to send you one of our mugs, and you're gonna have to. There you go. You're gonna have to try that coffee in one of our mugs.
Absolutely.
So we'll get your mailing address off air. And
you got it.
But
you've been a video guy though. My memory's pretty good, so I remember these things. I remember talking to you back in the day, and I think you were now a winner, or you had a video on America's Funniest Videos, right? Am I right in that one?
Yes, my son. He was 5 years old. He played my dummy. We did a ventriloquist act, and we won $10,000. I had him in a suitcase.
There you go.
I take him out of the suitcase. I painted 2 lines, to make it look like a puppet. I put some rouge over here, a little, and as he sang Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, I drank a glass of water, and we won. He's now 34
there you
years
go,
old.
see?
He's 34 years old.
Oh. Yeah.
Did you split the money
I don't
with
know
him?
why that stuck in my head.
Did you give him $5,000?
No, but I put it in his...
You gave him $100,000. It's all said and done.
Yeah.
Yeah. That just stuck in my head. I was like, wait a second. I think Vic's been around the video game for a long time. Yeah, America's Funniest Videos. Jeez, wow.
I always had the video. Remember the big video cameras you had on your shoulder?
Yeah.
I got a tape at Dangerfields in the green room. It's me, Peter Bales, and Alan Bursky. And I'm coming up the stairs, and there's Bobby, the Scottish guy, introducing Peter Bales. I got that on a VHS tape somewhere in the attic.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. And Peter's doing the same act. It's weird, but that's fine. Yeah,
he's not here to defend himself.
What happens with that, Vic? I mean, like, because your audience is very like this crazy loyal audience now. When you do your act, do you have problems with that at all? Like where people, see you again and again. I mean, you can't just keep writing a new act. It's not possible. And when you're doing your act, do they, they've seen it, but they love it. Is it?
You know what's happening now? I'm getting heckled by my own tagline. It's like when I work with Dice. Dice, at the end of he saves his nursery rhymes for the end. But still, during his act, people are yelling out the nursery rhymes. During my show, I'm getting heckled by my own material.
Wow.
But I've been improvising a lot. Because, let's face it. You ever get sick of your own act? So
ever? Yes. Every night. Yeah.
So I try to improvise.
Sure.
I try to mix it up a little bit, but I tell people, unless you're freaking Robin Williams, you can't have a different act each time you hit that stage. It's impossible.
Right.
I've seen it done.
Yeah, and fans like yours, go ahead. They want to see it.
Yeah.
Go
they want to see the hits. Even Jim Gaffigan, he's pretty prolific. Every few years he comes out with a new one, but it takes really 2 years minimum, but 4 years to get it right there, if you're lucky. And people still yell out Hot Pocket, so it's the same thing, which means I know it's a pain in the butt, but it means you're up there. It means that you've broken through, so that's a good thing. Well, welcome it, embrace it.
It's a good problem.
Yes.
It's a good problem to have.
Absolutely. So what do you got coming up next? I know you're working on the Amazon series, which is phenomenal. But what kind of live dates do you have?
I just got a bunch of dates at the Hard Rock. It's insane. They love me. I sold out 2 shows. Even though it's limited capacity, I sold out 2 shows. I got Uncle Vinny's coming up this weekend in Point. That's like my home club.
I love Uncle Vinny's.
Hip my house.
Dino.
Okay.
Yeah. Sometimes you like the gig that you're there, and when the ride is shorter than your set, that's beautiful.
Oh yeah.
Right. Yeah. That's my favorite gig was always the one in the hotel. Take the elevator from the room to the club, get back in the elevator, back in your room. It's the best. No car involved. That was always a great gig.
Actually, I got Bassani's coming up May 20, 21, 22. I love Bassani's. Great food.
Yeah. Yep.
I got the NJ Pack in New Jersey. I got the St. George Theater in June in Staten Island. I got Governors. I got Rascals. Not the same Rascals. There's so many things. Like the outdoor thing with Dice. The Fountain Blue in Miami Beach.
Oh wow! Okay, that's they're in Vegas.
Wow,
as well.
Fountain Blue.
Frank Sinatra impersonate. I can't wait for that. Just go to my website, vicdibitetto.net. It's all there.
I love how you still have the old calendar on the binder calendar, because
I'm old school.
I know I still write my notes. I still write my notes, but. I've gone digital, but I miss the tactile, turning the page. You can see everything that's right in front of you. Look at Al. He's showing his.
Look the white out. Yep. All white out.
Yellow legal pad. Yellow legal pad still. I remember a video, Vic, years ago, maybe not that long ago, a couple of years ago, where you were yelling at your fans because they would asking you where you're going to be somewhere. And you're like, it's on the fucking website. Like, just scroll, look at it. You put it out there, and they're going, hey, when are you going to be in Scranton? It's like,
it's unbelievable.
Just look at the fucking site, because you're accessible to them, so they think they can just go, hey, Vic, when are you coming here? Whereas most actually, you don't get to talk to them or, chat them up kind of thing. But you're answering going, just look at my fucking site.
Be surprised what I get.
That?
Before your show, stop by my house. I'll cook you dinner. No, I'm not going to do that.
Ew, yeah.
So they mean well.
Yeah,
They mean well. I'd rather have that than the haters.
Yes, we have a few haters.
Right.
Hey, back to make it just a little bit about us, but getting back to you. We were at Vasani's a couple of years ago, and what we did, we tried to promote it as the Two Dicks, the web series. So we showed 2 episodes up front, but we had a host introduce it. And I would say we had maybe 15 people who actually came there because of the Two Dicks, and everybody else was there because it was their night out. But we did show. Do you show any videos up front before your performance of stand-up?
If the venue has the technology, yes. Because that's great. It's like a show before the show.
Right.
And it warms it up for the MC.
Absolutely.
And, I mean, you hear them actually laugh. I mean, the videos I put together, I put the quick ones where they don't have to think. Like, Vic vignettes. And especially in the theaters, when I have the big screen and the good sound, it's really, it's like the show before the show.
Do you take an act with you to open when you go on the road like that? Like if you have Tom or somebody in Jersey, do you take an opening act, or do you just tell the club, or they tell you, this guy's going to open, or does it matter?
No, locally it's either Tom DiDario or Eric Tartaglione.
Oh, I love
on the road. On the road, they get local guys.
I love both of those guys. So funny. Worked with them for years.
They're great guys. Great guys.
Batting average.
No maintenance, no attitude, no ego. Just nice to work with.
Well, that's all you need. Yeah, that's what it comes down to. It's like comedy clubs.
Yes, I never.
Yeah, it's like a lot of comedy clubs.
Right, and they're safe. I never saw them have a bad show.
Yep. Great batting average. Absolutely. I do have another question before I'll let Al take over, but. Gino Chizetti, are we going to see MC3? Because I think we should see an MC3. I'm talking about Mall Cop. I know the malls are dying, but
I would love that. But that's up to Kevin James. Let me tell you. Can I tell you that story?
Absolutely.
Sure.
I'm in Albany doing the Comedy Works. I'm in the hotel room. The phone rings. It says caller ID unknown. Whenever I see that, I never pick it up. I was bored. I picked it up. Yeah, who's this? Hey, Vic, it's Kevin James. I'm like, really, who the fuck is this? He starts laughing. Now I'm putting 2 and 2 together. I'm like, holy shit. Now I got diarrhea going down my right leg. I'm like, this is fucking Kevin James. He says, I saw that character you do one of your videos called Tony Gaga. It's like an over-the-top Italian Guido. And I got a part for you in Mall Cop 2. Now I'm like Ralph Cramden. I'm like, I'm going to send you the script in 20 minutes. We bullshitted for like 10 minutes. Thanks, Kevin. I can't thank you enough. I'm honored. I'm shocked. I'm humbled. I look at the script, and he actually put in the line that I used for Tony Gaga. I got a guy. You got a guy. I got a guy. And that was in the movie. Fast forward, I'm in Vegas for 6 weeks. I had my own apartment. We filmed in the Wynn Hotel. I mean, I took my wife out. He put her in the director's chair. What a great experience.
Wow.
Oh, my God. I hope there's a Mall Cop 3. Then again, if there is, I'm not guaranteed to be in it. I don't know.
I think it's an easy move to make it, put him in Amazon warehouse, and you're all there. You guys are all working security at the Amazon warehouse, because Amazon is killing the malls. So I'm going to pitch it.
Yeah. There you go.
Wow.
It's just it was one of the highlights, your character on that, and you're on the cover, you're on all the billboards.
Just surreal. Yeah. I know it sounds. I use that word a lot, but that's the only adjective I can think. It's just surreal what's going on. You know what it is? I'm 60. The fruits of my labor is finally paying off. And I'm just enjoying it. People go, you should be in a sitcom. You should be in movies. There's different levels of success. if everything stays the way it is right now, who the hell am I to complain? I got a nice house, a beautiful family. I drive a Lexus. You know, I'm healthy.
Yeah.
Everything else is gravy.
Hey, Al, how do we get
It's always
there?
great when people tell you.
Al, how do
it's
we
always
get
great
there?
when people tell you. Yeah, it's always great when people tell you what you should be doing too. It's great. You should be in a movie. Oh, really? Should be in a movie.
When I see those
Thank
two
you.
words, you should, I don't even read the rest.
Yeah. Yeah.
They have no clue. They have no clue what it's people other than they don't know what it's. This is the most brutal, unfair business. How come you're not on Jimmy Fallon? You know what? Let me pick up the phone and call him. You know why didn't I think of that?
Right.
60,000.
Right. And at this point,
go ahead, Al.
Go ahead.
No, I'm saying
ahead,
there's
Al.
like 60,000 people trying to get one show business job. You know, everybody's vying for it. So if you do hit, it's because everything's lining up and you're doing something right. You know, you're giving something people like.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
Look, I'm not driving a school bus no more. I drove a school bus for 13 years. I drove a dump truck, a garbage truck, a cement truck. And my manager sat me and my wife down and said, you don't need to drive a school bus anymore. And my wife also worked with the school bus company. And we both signed our retirement papers. That night, we went to bed looking at each other. What the fuck did we just do? But you got to make a sacrifice. You got to sacrifice and just go for it, you know, and the rest is history, I guess, you know. Look, you know business. You're only as good as your last good deed. You know, I'm selling tickets. If I'm not selling tickets, who's going to call me anymore? I just got to keep selling tickets.
Yeah. Well, you put out the content, though.
Yeah.
I mean, every day you get something, and then you're dressed right now. You got the Yankee uniform on. You're gonna be yelling at the Yankees any minute now. Is the Yankees, which is great, and you do the Giant. You do my two teams, which I love. They both suck for years now, so it's giving you plenty to be angry.
I think the Giants going to be all right this year, and I'm not all crazy about the draft. I don't. But one man doesn't change. Look what happened with Barkley.
Right.
What did that do?
I know.
One man doesn't make a difference.
Right.
It's a team.
Right. I agree. I'd love to see them draft a big offensive lineman though tonight and just we don't know what we have as a quarterback. Protect Barkley, protect the quarterback. Let's see what we have. We don't know, but knowing the Giants, they'll grab a wide receiver or something. So
maybe they'll get
I don't know. Yeah.
I'm a lifelong Patriots fan, and the Giants two wallops to the gut in the Super Bowl. So.
Come on, how many other wins do you have? Please.
No, I hear you, but it was how it is. You're all caught up of it. I was in Rockland County, New York, at someone's house, and there was two Patriots fans, myself and the host. Everybody else was a Giants fan, wearing Giant jerseys, and we're just sitting in the middle of them watching the game and the helmet catch, and oh my goodness. But,
and this whole thing about Brady being a cheater, give me a break. The guy's
horrible.
He's not
Look
real.
what he did.
He's not from this planet. He did. He's not from this planet.
Just stop it already.
I mean, look what he did this year. That's
43 years old. He's wearing another ring.
And him and Gronk go to Tampa, and they win the Super Bowl.
Right.
43 years old.
It's unbelievable, really. So, but anyone hates. I mean, you're gonna have haters, no matter who you are. I mean, Tom Brady's. That shows you what the world is. Tom Brady has haters.
Yep.
So what the fuck? You know what I mean? Tom Brady.
His only flaw is he's a vegan. That's his only flaw.
People want to see you succeed. Then when you succeed, they want to knock you down. It just makes no sense. Frank Sinatra said success is the best revenge.
It really is.
Yeah, that's true. Do you read comments on that, or do you just give it up and go, I'm not going to read comment? Like if you post something, do you read them, or because I know you used to. Yeah, you do. You still go in there.
I read and I try to like every. It's hard to. If I answer everyone, there's not enough time in the day.
Full-time job.
But I do read them. But on certain topics that I know are going to be a shit fest, I don't bother. I just look at the views and the numbers. I can't.
Yeah. That's what I meant. There'd be no point.
This country is in bad shape, man. You know, I always say I don't give a shit who you voted for, what you believe in. I don't care if you're black, you're white, you're gay, you're straight. Just be a decent human being. That's all I ask.
Right.
People are crazy out there. It's everything's a fucking argument. Everything's.
And it's easy. I mean, the internet made everything easy. Made it easy to comment and argue and do all that shit. So all the great shit from the internet. I mean, look at your career. But then there's a bunch of shit that went the other way where,
the yin and the yang.
Yeah.
It's like a nuclear.
When we were growing up, it was like, meet me outside. You got a problem? Meet me outside. Now, they type behind this thing, and that's.
Right. Yeah. Nobody's outside. Nobody's meeting outside anymore. Well, hey Vic, we can't thank you enough, man, for doing this with us. It was great to catch up and see you again. Been enjoying the videos for years now, but every time you're in Florida, I try, but I'm always away. I'm always like, I got to get down there, have a cigar.
I'm gonna have a cigar with you. I'm gonna have a nice cigar.
Yeah.
With you.
Yeah, one of these days, I'll definitely make it happen.
Well, I'm there.
Davidoff.
I'm at Pisani's May 20, 21, 22.
I will, if I can be there, I will. It's guaranteed.
Right.
Guaranteed. Take you over to.
Desk. I just love this. May 22nd, 22. I just love that because that's the way it should be, man.
Yes.
At a
Comics,
glance.
damn paper and pen.
If this dies, you're fucked.
Right.
And I don't back up my shit on the cloud. If I ask my kids to help me, I get the song and a dance.
Vic, thanks so much.
It is scary how
buddy.
much shit is on there, and if it did fail, we're dead. Yeah, you're right.
Dead in the water. Yes, thanks again, buddy. We appreciate it.
Thank you, guys.
The best to you and your family.
Great seeing you, Vic.
My pleasure.
The Talking Dicks became friends at a very young age, and the rest is history. Patreon.com/The2Dicks, which is named after our web series. This is the Talking Dicks Comedy Podcast. Thanks for tuning in.
What?
Done.
I didn't kill my wife. I don't care.
We'll fix it in post, you son of a bitch.
Okay, sure.
All right. Subscribe. Mary.
Go to patreon.com/The2Dicks.
If you shoot me, you won't see a cent of that money. Why?
I think it ends on that. That's beautiful.